to going platinum. In my series Working Journal for ABC's Good Morning America, I reported on people and their work and not rock and roll. Or at least not until I hooked up with one of the hottest touring rock and roll groups in the country. I was curious to see what their jobs were like. I wanted to see some of the enthusiasm, the excitement, and the glamour of rock and roll. Well, tonight you're going to meet that group, and you're going to see how their music has turned them into a phenomenal success. $30 million in record sales, grossing more than $4 million a year, giving touring performances like this one. And out front, well, they're selling everything from their own T-shirts to belt buckles. And by industry standards, they've done it relatively the hard way. That's meant endless tours, performing as many as 6 times a week. Places from a rodeo site in Oklahoma City to packing the Forum in Los Angeles. And they've done it all without the extra push of a hit single. But for Journey, well, the course has been straight up, and their music straight ahead. Formed around your keyboard playing and a lot of your vocals. How does it feel, 5 years down the road, to have to face the decision that they want to bring in a new singer, Steve Perry?
We had taken the music as far as it was going, doing a lot of chops, a lot of playing. It was a lot of playing, and a different format. It wasn't as song-oriented. And we decided that it would be time. It's time to get into the songs more and more singing. I'd never been in a band that did group vocals. It's a totally different thing. Mm-hmm. Santana was never. Mm-hmm. I did all the vocals in Santana as well. So when we got together and everybody started singing, we took lessons and all that stuff, then the decision came, after we had taken some lessons, it was just before Steve. Herbie walks in and said, "You guys want to get a lead vocalist, somebody to stand in the front and just sing?" We all looked at each other and said, "Sure."
You've somewhat admitted to having been burned out during the Santana experience. This has got to be just as tough, but what's different? And is there anything built into this situation to prevent you from burning out again?
I think one of the main things, there was no management to speak of in Santana, and there definitely is here. There is concern. We've all made our mistakes, and there was definite concern on the part of our management to keep things from burning you out. We've done 9-month tours that most people just would go, "Are you crazy?" We were playing sometimes 13 different cities right in a row. And that was the Infinity Tour, and that was pretty much of a burnout, but that had to be done in order to back it off so it could be comfortable. This tour I'm doing right now is probably the most comfortable one I've ever been on. We've got time to play baseball, you know? See, with this team effort that we have this going on stage, behind the stage, within the stage. These are all the guys that drive truck and do our we got all our pals here. And if it wasn't for the family unit, we wouldn't be bothered. And that's what makes the band work.
Well, I know you can do pretty good concerts. Let's see what kind of baseball you can play.
Yeah, we're going to beat them.
The trouble with WLUB is they get only strikes. They got no balls.
On the road, Journey believes in really working every city they play, even if it means working over a local radio station in Chicago. The boys are here to play and here to win.
We're going to kick these guys' ass.
Yeah. Yep.
Hang on, Journey will be back to rock you on Rock
The
World.
focal point of most bands and seems to get more attention than the others. And just before we started this interview,
Not so true.
a little girl came up to us. She said, well, who are you going to interview? We said, we're going to interview Steve Perry. And she said, well, who's he?
Right, see?
She knew it was Journey, but she didn't know which one. Does he play the guitar or does he sing? So Journey has been able to maintain that.
That's right. That's what I was saying. It's not so true. This band is a different circumstance than most groups. You'll always find 98% of the groups have a tendency to just do that. They seem to like push one person out there, or else the manager might own the singer, you know, and supply the rest of the cats. In this situation, as I said earlier, you have 5 professional, strong, independent, proficient players, and they're virtuosos in their own right.
Okay, you perform 180 nights a year. Physically, how's it different for a singer than, let's say, a drummer or a guitar player?
Guitar player gets calluses on his fingers. Well, that means he can really burn, you know. He's got some calluses. His fingers won't hurt him no more. The drummer gets some big muscles and calluses on his hands. That means his hands aren't going to get blistered anymore. A singer gets calluses on his cords. He's finished. See, so it's a complete opposite situation, and you get calluses on your cords by abuse. So I try not to abuse myself. I provide myself preventative medicine.
Some people thought that the music in the early days was very heavy FM instrumental. Now it's very much vocal and in some cases even very commercial.
When you're not successful, people just burn you to the ground, you know. When you're not doing well, they say, well, obviously we know why. All the critics just tear you apart. These guys are, quote unquote, I'm giving you quotes from the years when we weren't doing as well as we are now. Diffused energy, diffused direction, a lack of cohesiveness in the music. No focal points, nothing interesting. Forensic guitar playing, you know, all this stuff. Now, those same ones are saying, you know, we are commercial, da-da-da-da. My question to those people are, you know, what is commercial? You know, is Pink Floyd commercial? Are Led Zeppelin commercial? These people are popular, that's all.
In that case, is the final arbiter of the audience?
Absolutely. The people are the ones that decide. That's why we don't give a diddly what they write about us, because the night before, when the guy was there writing about it, those people went crazy. They had a great time. They had as much fun as we did. We have good memories from it. We walk off stage with good memories. The next morning, we're still charged and looking forward to the next show. And we open the paper, and there's some schmuck has been to the show saying that the thing was a complete mess, and you know, some of them still think we're forensic. To your answer of commerciality, some think we're still diffused.
Now, as far as their responses to your music, are you surprised that Lovin', Touchin', Squeezin' has been the one that's been the most prominent of all the songs that you guys have done?
I'm delighted.